Man traffic easy 49 Bravo Zulu, established 23 right, 10 miles.
Okay, here we go then.
Last
We're
call, 23 right, give us DMA.
on the ground
Send DMA 160 knots.
at Manchester.
Easy 49 Bravo Zulu.
Yeah, we're just establishing 23 right,
unfortunately,
we're 13 miles.
Unfortunately, we've got no controllers, but there's plenty of traffic at Manchester here on the ground. We're going to fly to Gibraltar today. We're in the A32NX in the TUI livery. Bit of a weird TUI livery, not the same colours. Not sure why that is, but okay. Yeah, so we're going to be going to Gibraltar. It's around about 3-hour flight time, so it's going to be quite a long one from what I've done for a while. But I'm looking forward to it. Good to be back in the A32NX. We're all set up and good for our push. So let's get that started.
Manchester traffic, Granite 24 Charlie, reducing our final approach speed, which is 125 knots.
Get the beacon on. Nope. Not sure what that was.
49 Bravo Zulu, rolling back to 140 knots.
Hey George, you managed to make this one. This is going to be a long one, mate. We're going to Gibraltar, about 3 hours away.
That's the traffic, shuttle 2 kilo, establishing 23 right, 10 miles, 160 knots.
Manchester traffic, easy 548, taxing 083 right, holding for Juliet 1 via Juliet 4.
Manchester traffic, Tom 64 Romeo Mike, pushing back from gate 105. We'll be taxiing shortly to 23 right, Manchester traffic. Thomas, welcome to the stream. Can I roll inverted? Can you roll inverted? Because I was inverted. Straight up to 10,000 on that. Okay, engines are set. Let's get that to taxi and APU off. Seatbelt signs should have already been on and they should be armed. That's okay.
Manchester traffic, easy 49 Bravo Zulu, 23 right, to DME.
Bit dull in here, let's get a little bit of light, shall we?
That's the traffic, 23 right, shuttle 2 kilo is 5 miles.
How do I get
Traffic,
light
Granite 24 Charlie, 23 right vacated.
Dim dome light for now. Well, I thought I was doing a long flight. I guess you are, George. Never mind. Okay, TCAS on. And we'll go predicted wind shear on now as well. Flaps to 1.
Traffic, easy 548, holding short runway 23 right for incoming traffic.
That's the traffic short final, 23 right.
It's really busy here in
MSFS
Manchester, but there's no controller.
vacated 23 right, Bravo Delta.
Thank you, sir.
Hey James, how's it going, buddy? Welcome back. Okay, I've got to work out which way I'm going here. This way. Manchester traffic, Tomjet 64 Romeo Mike, taxiing to 23 right via Echo, Manchester traffic. Okay, so really cloudy day above Manchester as usual. A lot of aircraft inbound to Manchester at the moment. I think
Manchester
the
traffic
last
on
one's just
24
landed.
Charlie, taxiing to standby Kilo and Juliet.
And we should be good for a while, so we should get a clear takeoff run. We shouldn't be imposed by anyone. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to get these lights on now, so don't forget.
Prepare for takeoff.
That's the traffic, 23 right vacated.
Okay, we should be good. Why is that just fully stopped? Tap the brakes a little bit in this thing and it absolutely kills it.
Manchester traffic, EC548, taking off from 83 right.
George, you basically need to do the Vatsim test, pass the little test they have, create an account and then log in via vPilot. Manchester traffic, Tom 64 Romeo Mike, taxiing to 23 right via Papa Kilo, Manchester traffic. Vatsim, go to Vatsim website, create an account there, and then you log in via vPilot. It has to be on PC only, so if you are on Xbox you need to stop because it ain't gonna work. I'll get in front of this Virgin. Whee!
Yeah, so you're going to cut me up. Well done.
Yeah, I am, because I already said I'm crossing. Virgin Atlantic shouldn't be going to them stands anyway. This is the thing, all he said is vacated 23 right. I told him I was taxiing. It does make me laugh when there's no controller on, people think they have a right to shout at others on the mic. You ain't got anything. Happened at Heathrow the other day, someone cut in front of me, but I wasn't shouting about it. As long as you go on your taxi instructions, then it should be fine, but just saying vacated 23 right doesn't give anyone any idea. Okay, need to check there's no one coming into land. Okay, we're good. No one is, Hey, House says Quack, how's it going, buddy? No one's coming into land at Manchester, so we're going to go for it. Yeah, ATC is through Vatsim as well, so it's vPilot. You need vPilot to log in, but you must pass the test first and create a Vatsim account. Otherwise, it won't let you join the network. Manchester traffic, Tom Jet, 64 Romeo Mike. Rolling on to runway 23 right.
Prick.
Hey, say your taxi instructions next time. People might listen to you. Okay, here we go then. Two, 3 right at Manchester, on our way to Gibraltar. It's a long flight, guys. Around about 2 hours, 40 minutes. Ah, I don't care, Matt. It's fine. People get upset too easily. Rotate. Yeah, he would be. He would be. T-Gas isn't on standby. Oh, there it is, that's why. Flaps up. Okay, let's just change this vertical speed. It's too high for my liking. Into the cloud. Let's get up to 240. I have changed the time of day because the time it takes to get to Gibraltar. It would be absolutely pitch dark by the time I got there. Look at these cloud formations, looking good today. I don't use a livery pack, mate. I download all my liveries off flightsim.to. They're absolutely free on there. Standard pressure. Let's take it up to the cruise altitude. I need to get the lights right. It's all very dark here. Nah, be fine. I'll get over it. It does look dark though. I can't even remember how to do the lights here. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, I know, Grayson. So we were talking about just using Vatsim as a whole. So it's just one test for using Vatsim as a pilot. As a controller, it takes a lot more than that. There we go. 10,000 reach, so seatbelts are off, and so are the lights. I'm only getting 26 frames at the moment. Sim update 10 in the works. Hopefully all the frame issues will be gone when that comes. It sounds like it's been promising so far. Okay, so time to go is saying 340 at the moment. Obviously that's going to change as the speed comes up. Speed's coming up, so is the altitude. Climbing at a rate of knots. Does look dull, it's because of the cloud layer. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, so the A310 in the November update, I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. Get a few of them flying about. Completely free. And there's also a C-47 DC-3, I believe. Completely free. Two of my favourite, well, DC-3 is one of my favourite aircraft. A310 I'm really looking forward to. We'll pause the climb a sec just to get some speed up. And once we've got the speed up, we'll look to climb again the last little bit. Yeah, right flyer's coming as well. It's going to be a good update. The main thing I'm looking forward to is the performance increases though. That's really quite important for me. Because I spend all this money on a computer. The money I've spent, I want good performance. I get good performance in everything else, and that's in flight sim it's difficult, you know. Okay, 9 knots, not bad. So it's not going to be bad for wind. Why is map partly displayed? Another update. Used to say something about in-op, but now it's map partly displayed. Interesting. Yeah, so right now I'm on a 3080. I'm on ultra settings. I've got 40 FPS. Some places have better than other. For instance, in Manchester, then I didn't have the best FPS. Let's get this climb up to 37,000. Try and maintain the speed. I need a much brighter light. It's a bit better. All of the lights on to add some brightness. It's because of the position of the sun right now in this, and the cloud. We've got cloud ceiling above us as well. Nice. You probably have to get a new motherboard, won't you, from a 9600 to a 12600. It's pretty much a brand new PC right there. See, I do wonder, these cups, do they must take some sort of frames. A lot of cloud cover over the UK. But we're basically just on the border of Wales and Ireland now. We've just passed Shrewsbury. Wales and the UK and England. Wales and Ireland. Okay, let's have a little look at the flight plan then. Alright, so we've took off out of Manchester following the Cookson 1 Romeo departure. We're going to be flying pretty much a direct south line now from where we are, out via Exeter, where we took off earlier today in the Twin Otter. Crossing France, straight into Spain, and then heading all the way down south through Spain as we bust out through Marbella, and then we'll make our arrival into Gibraltar here. The route in we're going to take is Upmut, so from Pimos to Upmut to Unbut to Ripra, and then land. Now it used to be an RMP arrival, that's no longer the case, so it's radar now. I'm not sure not sure what that means for me, because yeah, it just says radar. I don't think there is a radar fix there. it says. Let's have a look. Radar approach. So it's basically vectors. Let's approaching stall speed, so we'll just level off again. Battle shouldn't be idle, it should be climb. Tried to climb too early. So basically we're going to be given a radar fix by the controller. There is no controller, so I'm going to be radar fixing myself. The reason it's changed is because of Brexit. Now apparently the equipment previously for approach into Gibraltar was in Europe, I'm guessing somewhere here. That's now gone, or we no longer can use that. So yeah, it's going to be a visual this evening into Gibraltar for ourselves. As I say, if we did have a Vatsim controller, we could probably get a nice idea for how they are doing the radar approach now, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. There's no controller on for most of our route, to be honest. I don't know if there's a controller at all. No one at all. It's a quiet day for Vatsim in Europe, mainly in Germany, but that's normal anyway. Germans are really big for this. But yeah, that's going to be our route into Gibraltar anyway. It should be a good route. Not sure about the weather. It's definitely cloudy over the UK. Bit of cloud over France as well. We should get some views though, of course. Let's just leave it on the climb. Climb itself there now. $2580. I always forget about this. Now you need to fuel. There we go. We've got our fuel now. You need to fuel the aircraft from in here. I forget about that on the A32NX. Right, so we should be starting a climb again soon, up to 37,000. Just approaching Newport over Wales. Newport being down here, and then we'll be over the Bristol Channel. Well on our way. The colour seems to have changed, which is weird. Never mind. I am more bothered about the speed. Okay, we'll start the climb now. Hopefully it will maintain the speed we're at. We'll see. I'm gonna have a look, see what it's saying about this map partly displayed. Okay, so it's a normal thing. It's basically when it's too much trying to be displayed, or it's all that can be displayed. Let's see. It's just always saying it. Never mind. Right, so less than 2 hours. So it says once we get to 37,000, that'll probably come down even more, as long as we maintain this speed now. Absolutely screaming across the sky backwards. Just about to pass Western Supermare on our left hand side, so that'll be down there in the cloud. Look at it, it's a lovely place. Nope. Yeah, George, I mean there's not much to display in the Atlantic, is there? So I'm on 41 frames now, which I'm happy with. That's on Ultra. Beautiful view. Been a while since I've streamed for this long. I think the last time was when we flew to Rovaniemi at Christmas. That was a beautiful approach, absolutely pitch black and snowy as well. Managed to squeeze in without a space in the event. Naughty, but the controller allowed me to do it, which is good of him. Coming up to 35,000 now, won't be long till we're at as we get up to 37, we should increase our decrease our time to go. Way below 2 hours now, which is good. So what livery are you flying with, George? What airline? Nice. So George, I don't know if you knew about flightsim.to, but it's saying about livery packs. Don't download any of the livery packs off of the marketplace. Everything, all the liveries are free on flightsim.to. Those livery packs are aimed at Xbox players who can't use flightsim.to, but most liveries you'll get for free on flightsim.to. It's a really good website. Okay, here we go. 37,000. Time to go has dropped. Okay, it kind of dropped. 1 hour 47 minutes. That's probably going to stay there now. I was expecting a 3-hour flight time, so I'm quite happy with that. I may pop out at some point because this is a 2-hour flight. But for now, I'm with you all the way. This is a nice livery. For some reason, under the light, under the clouds, the blue here looks different to the tail. It's sort of more this blue over here, but now we're in the sky. It looks right. Winglets with the little winks on them as well. That's nice. Both sides. Cross the T's, dot the I's. TUI. Yeah, they're good liveries. VA one's nice. I love TUI though. TUI's probably my favourite livery. I love blue. Blue's my favourite colour. So to see it on TUI is very nice. I can't wait for the 737-800. PMDG need to hurry up. Please. Please guys, release the 737-800.
Gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Alright. So we're flying with a British call sign in a German aircraft with an American pilot. So we're a multinational airline today. Oh no, so George, I'm talking about the 737-800 that PMDG are releasing. I do have the 787. I love that aircraft. It's not so good in game, but when you have the free mod for it by Heavy Division, it makes it a great aircraft. I just don't like doing that much long haul flights. Although I did see the other day a 787 Dreamliner landing at Manchester that had flown from Palma de Mallorca. That is a very short flight for a 787, and that shows how short of pilots they are. Grayson, yes I have. Have a look on my channel, buddy. You'll see a video on how to make the 777 better. I have the 777. I like it. Controversial, but I do like it. With the mods that you can get for free, makes it a good aircraft. Shouldn't have to do it, but you do. It is what it is. Hey Jimmy, welcome back, buddy. Paul, thanks for the like. Welcome to stream, mate. Okay, so yeah, I know, Paul. I know. I've been really busy. I really have. I'm so busy with work at the moment. Right? It's just this isn't. It's taken me a while to get my level up gamer status back. So I've been trying for the last few weeks, and what I needed a time frame of 4 hours over 2 separate days. Now that doesn't sound hard at all, but it was. It's taken me about 4 weeks to get back to that status. So I'm here again now. I'm doing a 2-hour stream. I've got the weekend to myself. The problem is I'm married. That's the problem. Don't get married. That's not the problem. The problem is because I'm busy with work. When I'm at the weekend, justifying a 2-hour slot to stream to my wife isn't so easy. So, you know, I had to find a time when she's not around, and she's not here this weekend. So it's streamer time. There's a little delve into my life at the moment. I don't normally do that. Obviously I've got a bit of stress on my mind and I needed to let that off my chest, so there you go, Paul. That's me in a nutshell. How are you? Okay, let's just have a quick look where we are. Yeah, for the weekend, although the dog is demanding things from me, like a walk and food, and occasionally she wants to go out for a pee. But yeah, you know how it is. Passing the Channel Islands soon on the left, we might get a glimpse of them. They might just be a little bit too far away, but then we'll be entering France here, and then we'll leave France very quickly, just skirt down the edge of the west of France to hit Spain, and then it won't be long until we look to descend once we're over Spain. So George, I know you've been asking for Concorde streams. I'm sorry, I keep saying I'll do it, but I keep finding other stuff I want to do. So maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But I highly recommend Concorde. A321 I've heard mixed things about. For me, I'm not interested, but other people have said it's great for Xbox users. I've heard that PC wise it's not worth the money. Whether there's a better A321 on the way, I'm not sure. No, Grayson, I won't be trying the new 600, unfortunately. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm waiting for the 800, like a lot of people are. I need to bring this higher. Let's get this higher, higher, higher. I just realised how low I was. I'm like, yeah, that's not right. Let's get a little bit closer as well. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I mean, you can do London to New York in 2 hours 45, I think it is, in Concorde. It was really good, actually. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Quite a bit of management involved as well with the fuel, which is great. It's something different. Grayson, yeah, the 600 I'm not interested in. I want the 800, which is coming out this month, I think. They're saying their timeline is midway through August. We're into August now. Not now. From Monday, we're into August. But once it's out, I'll definitely be having the 800, and I dare say that that'll become my favourite aircraft for at least a period of time. I can't wait to get the 800, but I won't be trying the 600. And Jimmy, yeah, we're talking about the A321. Yeah, there is a free A321 on flightsim.to, but it's not good at all. It's an old, if you guys remember the Project Mega Pack, it's an old version that they released. It's absolutely terrible shell of an aircraft. I just use it as a Vatsim model, so that shows up instead of the standard Asobo twin aircraft for A321s. But yeah, I'd never fly it. I'm not sure about this new one. Like I say, I've heard mixed things. Jimmy, I think you've hit the nail on the head there where you said it's just not ready at the moment. But I mean, it is cheap. That's cheap for an aircraft. You just got to look at the virtual call aircraft. They got a mixed response. Some people love them, some people hate them. They're cheap, but they are terrible. if it is what it is, isn't it? Like if you want that aircraft, you're gonna pay it. You're gonna fly it. Grayson, I'll definitely do another 777 stream at some point. I just don't know where to go, because I don't think streaming a long haul would work, so I'll have to do a short haul flight in a 777. And as much as I say it pains me to not do it realistically, but I never fly realistic flights anyway. Really, I just fly wherever I want to with whatever livery I'm feeling on the day. But yeah, I'll definitely do a 777 flight again at some point. I'm so into like touching on all the aircraft that I've not flown for a while. JFK to Orlando would be nice. How long's that? Let's have a look on SimBrief. JFK. What's it called? What's the Orlando airport? I'll have a quick look. KMCP. Is it? No, KMC. Oh. Orlando International. KMCO. That's 2 hours 45 minutes. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's have a look on a 777. 2 hours 40 minutes. That could be done. Be nice to do as well. I need to do like a Dubai flight in the Concorde. It doesn't quite reach Dubai. I think I could get to Cairo. I think. I'm not sure though. Jim Shard, welcome back to the stream, buddy. LAX to Seattle. Let's have a look. I think that's probably about the same time, isn't it? About 2 hours 40 minutes. KLAX KC in the 777 would take me 2 hours 35 minutes. Yeah, about the same time. That wouldn't be bad. I've not got scenery for LAX and Seattle. I'll have to look into that. Okay, we are just about coming over France now. About to enter French territory. We're already in French airspace. But we'll cross this little spur of land, and then we'll be pushing further south towards Spain. Oh, overspeed there, just came out of nowhere. Just got a bit of a tailwind hit then, I think. 36 knot crosswind at the moment. Betty, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Guys, if you are watching for the first time, there's quite a few of you here this evening. Please do hit that follow button, or if you're watching on YouTube, then please do subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this flight. We're going to Gibraltar. Bit of an update on the flight then. So we are over France now. Going to be heading south to Spain, pretty much cutting all the way through the middle of Spain down towards Marbella. Out over the Med from Marbella, and then we're going to be following our way in via Pimos, up into Unbut to Ripra, and then heading north to land on runway 09. Should be a windy approach when we get there. It does get some bad wind, Gibraltar. It's not so much the wind here, it's more what the wind does over the runway, so it sends the plane all over the place. But we'll see. Quite a small airport, mainly over the sea, also an air base. They actually have to close a road when there's planes landing. I think it's this road here. So they close the road, allow planes to land, and then they open the road again. Main road as well through Gibraltar. That'd be a good one. So Rome to Dubai. How long? How far is that? Obviously, it's normally about 7 hours. Is it 7 hours? I think it is 7 hours to JFK. So basically, any roughly 7-hour flight time, the Concorde will be good for. Okay, we're right on the cusp of overspeed here. See what our speed's being displayed as on VATSpy. .483 knots. Fast. Basically. Looks like we're the only one on the way to Gibraltar at the moment. There were quite a few at Gibraltar on when I was loading in, but not anymore. Ah, look at that. There's ground and delivery controller at Manchester now. Still no tower, but ground and delivery good enough. 9 aircraft waiting to take off. It's a busy airport, Manchester. Gatwick's the busiest at the moment in the UK. 11 waiting to go, 1 on the ground. But, I mean, the Germans take it. The Germans have the busiest airspace. They have the most controllers, most flights on Vatsim. 100%. They're always on. Every night there's a German controller on. Sometimes you go for days without seeing a UK area controller. That beautiful livery, I love it. It looks better on the 737 though, of course. Just need to get that 800, it's coming. It's so close now. The 600 came out yesterday. Those of you that don't know, PMDG released it nice and sneakily. Short-bodied version. Enver, thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream. Getting quite a bit of up and down and Can't tell. That's just bouncing a little bit. Thanks for the follow, Ember. We get this raise and lower on the external view, but it doesn't look like it's doing that from inside. So 1 hour 30 minutes to go till Gibraltar now. We're well on our way out of the UK. Past France now. Just about to, well, we're about midway through our journey over France. It's only a short spur of land. Once we're at that coastline there, that is us out of France, we'll be heading towards Spain, which you can't see just yet, but it's over there somewhere. Into Spain via Santander, good bank. It's been a while since I've flown to Gibraltar now. The last time I did fly to Gibraltar, I nearly crashed. It wasn't a good landing at all. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I really like flying at night, George, but it doesn't stream well. So people don't tend to like nighttime streams as much. I don't know why, because I really love the lights, especially when you're on approach into London. Beautiful. Are you using the salty 747, or are you using the are you using the Asobo default one? Yeah, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'll do another one at some point, because I love flying at night. I think I prefer it to daytime flying, because I don't like just staring at blue. I like looking at the lights, trying to pick out cities on the map. But yeah, it is what it is. The US is good for flying over at night. You see, it's really easy installing Microsoft Flight Sim add-ons. You just drag and drop. But I mean, have you got the fly-by-wire A32NX? Because if you have, you use their installer. You can also install the 747, the Salty 747. It's definitely worth it. It makes it a better aircraft. But also, the thing with most of the drag and drop stuff for Flight Sim is, if it breaks anything, you just delete it, and then it's good to go. I've released a video on how to install stuff. You just need to locate your community folder, which there's a link to my video. There's a link in my video to that, to another video that shows you how to find your community folder. And once you find your community folder, it's literally download, extract the file, drag and drop, and then it's in the sim. It's definitely worth doing, mate. But I'll leave it up to you, because I mean, that works for everything: aircraft, airports, liveries, you know, you name it, it's in there. As long as it says drag and drop in the file, then that'll work. Okay, so France is behind us, well behind us now. We're on our way to Spain, which, can we see it yet? No, we can't see Spain yet. It's out of the limit of visibility. Yeah, it's worth doing, mate, because you're missing out on so much if you're not downloading third-party content. The Boeing or the 320. So they are both as simple as each other. They are, however, they're completely different aircraft. So they're really simple to use, but there's a different procedure to both. I've not flown in one of the Boeing aircraft for a long time now, so when I do finally get in a Boeing cockpit again, I'm going to have forgotten what to do. I just about remember what to do in the Airbus, but they are really simple. It's both the same in terms of simplicity. It's just different, if you know what I mean. You should understand what I mean there. Like, you know, like pressing buttons in certain orders. It's different. So you just get used to them both. It's the best way. I do need to start flying the Boeings again. I've got 3 of them. So I've got the 747, the 777 and the 787. I'm going to be getting the 737-800 when that comes out. So that'll be my 4th Boeing. Wow, that's actually quite a lot. Whereas I've got 2 Airbus. I've got the A32NX and the A330-900 by Headwind. Both brilliant aircraft, both so simple to use. Yeah, there's little things like that, but also while you're in flight, there's little differences. I can't really remember much, but I'll have to get another Dreamliner stream going or something. I should have done a Dreamliner stream today actually, but never mind. Right, I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to let the dog out. I'll leave you on a frontal view of the aircraft. I won't be long at all. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Right. Okay, so we're nearly midway between France and Spain right now. Time to go is coming right down. 1 hour 17. Still got a bit of a crosswind. 28 knots. But we're absolutely flying through the sky. Ground speed, where is it? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. 303 knots is our ground. Oh no, that's 485 is our ground speed, and true airspeed is 471. Managed to make myself a coffee in the time the dog was out for a pee as well. Oh, nice one, George. Winning. So you know what I used to do. I mean, I'm not that into scratch cards anymore. I normally just buy lottery tickets. But if it was less than 10 quid, I'd always use the money I won to buy a scratch card again, or more scratch cards. So if I spent a quid, won a fiver, I'd then buy 5 scratch cards. The most I've ever won on a scratch card was 25 quid. So I just gave up. Pretty sure someone won like a cool million the other day on a scratch show. I saw it somewhere. I need to play the lottery more, that's what I need to do. I need to do like a monthly thing. That'd be better. Can we see Spain yet? I think I can see something on the horizon. Yeah, there we go, there's some mountains. Trying to think of the name of the Spanish mountains, it's not coming to me. Anyone remind me of the name of the Spanish mountains? Can't remember the bloody name of them. I want to say Hebrides, but that's not right. They're Scottish islands, aren't they? Hell Mountains, yeah. Oh, what is it? It's killing me. I'm gonna have to Google it. There's loads of mountain ranges, but there's one famous one. Ah, I've got it. I've Googled it. It's the Pyrenees. It's like one of the most famous mountain ranges. It's weird how you forget stuff, isn't it? Like something you once knew. It's forgotten. Canterbury? What's that? Sorry, I just had to nip out a sec there. Oh, right, okay, so maybe they're the mountains I can see then. The Pyrenees, I think, run through the middle. So that's probably what I can see. Canterbury Mountains. Location, 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 right. Still in the sea. We're heading there, you know, we're getting there. I was at Barcelona not too long ago. It was beautiful. Barcelona airport, and then I think I stayed somewhere along here. I also went into the mountains, which was lovely. Badalona. Barcelona and Badalona. Oh, that explains why we saw buses that said Badalona. That makes sense. So we are flying in TUI livery, A32NX. They don't fly A320s. They do hire some, but they're not in this livery. They fly 737s normally. From the UK anyway, I don't know about the other countries. Nice, George. So if you were on Vatsim right now, you'd have cover in Shannon, which is southern Ireland, and then out to the west over the coast. No Shamwick controllers online right now. There's quite a few people crossing the Atlantic at the moment. Screaming towards Spain. We're getting there. $325 miles from Delog to Crisa. Is that right? Jesus. Oh yeah, absolutely, George. Have a look at a few videos. There's quite a few good tutorials on Vatsim's website. It's definitely worth it. When it's busy, it's amazing. I mean, I'm on the network now, but I'm not speaking to anyone, which is, it's a little pointless me being on the network when there's no one to speak to. But like normally you basically have from delivery, which are you request your clearance from delivery, then you have a ground controller which will control your taxi, and then you have the tower controller which will take you off, then you have the departure controller which will allow you to climb, and then you have the area controller which they cover your cruise and the rest of your climb and your cruise, and then your descent, and then it goes through those motions again, and then on top of that you hear all the other pilots as well. Yeah, it's really good. And what you do is you set your traffic to group only, so you see only Vatsim players, but you can change that if you want. It just makes it a bit easier for transitioning around the airports, that's all. But you have set procedures to follow. You have to have access to charts. There's two ways you can get charts. There's either ChartFox, which is free, or it's Navigraph, which are paid for charts. I do recommend Navigraph, but again, you're just forking out more money. I'd definitely start with ChartFox, just so you get used to using the graphs and whether you like it or not. Because then if you don't like it, I mean, Navigraph you pay for monthly and you can cancel that subscription at any point, so it's up to you really. But ChartFox is free. Just doesn't have all the charts like Navigraph does though. And you get your AIRAC cycle through Navigraph, which is the updated flight cycle. Oh, there you go, George. Yeah, that's easy enough. Does your dad sim as well, does he? Can't believe your dad's got Navigraph and not Vatsim. You have to get your dad into Vatsim as well. Oh, I should have flown to Lisbon. Lisbon's online. Never mind. Pretty sure I've got scenery for Lisbon. Tomjet. Is what it should say. Like I say, British call sign, German aircraft, American pilot. According to the sim anyway. So if anyone's wondering why it should be Tomjet, basically TUI in the UK used to be a company called Thomson. And then Thomson became TUI, or it got amalgamated into TUI. Their livery was pretty much the same anyway, it was light blue with white. And they just changed them to a little wave. But they've retained their call sign, the TUI in the UK has retained their call sign of Tomjet. Yeah, definitely, George. I mean, if he flies the fly-by-wire, he should have the Salty 747 access as well if he wanted it. All he has to do is click on Salt, the little Salt shaker, and click download. It's the same process. So get him to show you how to download the Salty sim and the fly-by-wire. $99 controllers currently on Vatsim. Which is good. It's a lot of people. I've got coffee on the go, so I've got a little bit of energy. I've noticed a lot of 737s about today on VAT Spy, which tells you who's online. It's good to see people are adopting this 737 well. Loads of them, actually. Okay, so anyone just joining us, we're on our way to Gibraltar. We have about an hour left to go. That is total flight. Just about to enter Spanish airspace, Spanish radar area, and cross the land as well. So Spain ahead of us there. It's been an eventful stream. I've been called a prick so far. It was interesting. I did cut the guy up, however, I declared I was taxiing. He didn't. And then he got very upset. It was a shame. Funny though. So that's probably only the second time I've been called something on Vatsim. I got called a motherfucker, yeah, I won't say that, by a controller once. And then that was because the aircraft stopped on the runway. I didn't even apply the brakes, it just did it itself. And then I've been called a prick today as well. It's always a fun time, always a fun time. No, George, I've not got VR. It's something I'd like to do, but I rely too much on the mouse and various other controllers to want to try it. It's the same with IL2. You can apparently VR in IL2 is fantastic, but no, I've not tried it. What about yourself? Have you tried it? I think there's still a few teething problems with it as well. interesting. I think so. George, there's definitely a way to set it up. Sorry, I went a bit quiet there. I was reading on Discord. There's definitely a way to set it up. You need to have a look on the forums. A lot of people have been through the same, I'm sure. But basically, what you need to think of is doing VR is you've gone from one screen of resolution to 2 screens of the same resolution being produced by your graphics card. So for that to take place, you know, it takes a lot, you know, it takes a lot. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend an upgrade if you could. You wouldn't regret it. That's for sure. I wouldn't think so anyway. Okay, so we're well over Spain now, just crossing that coastline. That's Santander, you can see down there. Yeah, it rhymes. Crossing the Canterbury Mountains apparently. Ooh, got some nice views from up here as well. Lovely. Distance to our next waypoint is 269 miles. Krista. That is a lot. And then it's only 2 waypoints till we're starting the approach. Have a quick look at the approach procedure, see what altitude we need to be at when. If there's any information on here anyway, nothing on that one. Transition level is 6,000, we'll get that in now. So QNH, we've got all the information here at Gibraltar 1015, 70 by 6. Really calm winds today at Gib. .23 degrees, it's hotter in the UK. I'll do an approach speed of 140, 6,000 transition, and then we'll just have a quick look at the runway 09, approach 920 as minimums. Nice, 52 minutes for my time to go. Nearly there. I probably shouldn't be, but I'm trying to concentrate on Discord at the same time. Clan Discord for another game. But we'll stop that. Saying 2125 Zulu. Might be accurate. Interior lighting preset, nice. I never did see what the altitude was I'm expected to be at for Gibraltar. I'll have to have a look at that in a sec. I'm from England, George. It's just the reason I was saying an American pilot is because the voice in the A32NX when he does his little pilot's announcement is American. But yeah, I'm English, mate. What about yourself? I'm gonna guess you're from the UK. Because you said you're on school holidays. Very nice. It doesn't feel like we're going that fast, but we are actually really fast. Shropshire, I got my dog from Shropshire. I think it was Shropshire. Church Stanton. I think it was Shropshire. I think it was definitely Church Stranton. I don't know if it's... Is that Shropshire? Yeah, there you go. Church Stranton. Yeah, there's a big farm up there. Middle Hill Farm. They breed dogs. That's where I got my dog from. Small world, isn't it? Nah, miles away, mate. Miles away. So originally I'm from Manchester, but I live in the southwest now. At the time when I got the dog, I lived in Wales. I'm a well-travelled individual. So it's about a 2.5 hour drive to get the dog. Right, so I need to look at the charts again. I need to work out when... Oh, we're getting a bit of turbulence. Let's get the seatbelt sign on. is there anything about arrivals? Yeah, there we go, 3,000. 3,000 by Upmup. So let's do the calculator. $113 miles from Upmup is when we're descending. So Pimos is 10, Mar is 64, and Volpe is 43. So yeah, we'll descend at Volpe. So not the next waypoint, the waypoint after. We're on our way to Creaser at the moment. It's 189 miles to go. Once we're out of Volpe, we'll start our descent. Spain looking very brown at the moment, burnt to a crisp just like the UK is. "44 minutes to go." How long have you got left to go, George? George is flying transatlantic right now. He's over the middle of the ocean on his way to Heathrow. That's how long the whole flight had taken, Concorde. You need to get in Concorde, mate. I need to do some flights in Africa. I don't think I've ever done a stream in Africa, apart from one where I did a little request. But I've never flown to and from an airport. Do need to do it. Even North Africa, I don't think I've ever flown there. Well, I flew to Egypt a while ago, which, if you're on the right side, is Africa. It'd be good to do another one. Could do that in the 777 actually. Quite a lot of BA flights go south to Africa out of London and Manchester. KLM as well. It's funny how these little spirals, they're put on there now as like a safety measure, most likely. But it came about in the war as a bit of an intimidation method by the Germans, I think it was, more than anything. See one of them coming towards you, you knew there was going to be a 30mm cannon tearing a hole in your cockpit. Okay, we'll be passing Madrid soon. Let's have a quick look. Might be there now, I'm not too sure. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I need to get rid of this. Madrid a little bit further along, possibly that there. Are we going straight over it? No, we're just going to pass to the right of it, to the left of it. So to the west. Something red down there, I don't know what that is. Quite a few aircraft at Madrid. We might see some traffic. Turbulence has died down a bit. It makes me laugh going over the Alps, northern Italy. It's always a bumpy ride, always. Yeah, there are. I've got a couple of Egyptian airports that are downloaded. Cape Town's a long one. Egypt to Cape Town, that'd probably take as long as crossing the Atlantic. Do it in the Concorde. Fly to Egypt in Concorde and then fly on to Cape Town afterwards. Refuel at Cairo. See how far is Cairo from Cape Town. So Heka, I believe it's FAC, is it, for Cape Town? FACT, F-A-C-T. 9-hour flight. Nah, it ain't happening. Let's see how long it would take in a 777. 8 hours 55 via Concorde. Say 9 hours 25. Obviously that's not right. Speed profile is wrong in that aircraft of mine. No, can't do it. change. But yeah, could do Egypt, some Concord to Egypt, and then Egypt onwards. Be an interesting one. I have to try it one day. I have to relearn. The reason I can't just jump in the Concorde to do a stream is because I forgot how to fly it. I need to relearn how to fly it, that's the problem. 100 miles till Crissa, next waypoint. After Crissa we've then got 70 miles till Volpi, and that's when we're going to descend from Volpi. Yeah, Egypt to Dubai should be doable. I'd have to work out the distances, of course, but let's see. Bit of turbulence again. I'm not going to keep switching the seatbelt sign on and off. The passengers are just going to have to work it out for themselves. If it's bumpy, put your seatbelt on. Yeah, come on. Come on, man. Saying 21:25, but we're going a bit quicker than that. "32 minutes, is that right? Is that what it says there? 32? Yeah, it looks like it. Won't be long till we are descending. "85 miles till Crissa." We're getting there. As I say, I'm looking forward to this arrival at Gibraltar. It's not as windy as the last time I landed there. We're looking at wind speed of 6 knots, which is nothing. Winds are 16 from Pimos though, so we'll get a bit of drift still. We'll see. So 737-600 came out last night. I'm not sure if any airlines still use it, if any do. Let's have a look. Let's get on Wiki. Of course, you search 737-600. First thing that comes up is PMDG at the moment. The 600 was launched in March '95. That's old. I don't think anyone uses the 600 anymore. There were 69 total orders of the 737-600. The last one is recorded as 99. That's not been updated. Oh no, that's completely wrong. The last one was 2007. So unless an aircraft from 2007 is still flying, which is possible. $800's the one being ordered though. 7 orders this year, 16 orders last year, 14 orders 2020. Loads of military jets being ordered as well. No, sorry, yeah, 2016, 411 orders of the 737-800. I know, that's deliveries. Total orders 4,909. Wow. Yeah, water and clouds, land and clouds, same thing, it's just a different colour. This is why nighttime's better, because you can literally pick out towns and cities with their lights. It's nice. Okay, we're dropping into the Seville area soon enough. $40 miles till Corsair and then 75 till descent, or 72 till descent after that. So it won't be long. Let's turn the dome off now, we don't need that anymore. Those of you stuck with me for this flight, thank you very much, especially to you George, to the chat, it's been good. It's always good to have someone to chat to. Appreciate you. Choosing Gibraltar was one of them. I could have chose Palma and would have had cover, but I wanted to do an interesting landing, which is why I chose Gibraltar again. It's been a while since I've been to Gibraltar. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, George. Thanks a lot, mate. The landscape here is nice. Beautiful. Still at max speed there. What we need to do before we descend is drop the speed quite significantly, otherwise we're never going to slow down. Even with all the turns to get us into Gibraltar. I've done that before as well, oversped into airports. Absolute disaster. It's not what you want. Because I fueled up quite late. Nah, it definitely won't be over max fuel to land. It's burning fuel though. Minus 49 degrees outside. $37,000 feet. It's a strange one, I suppose, as you get further. I wonder actually, yeah, it should do, is if you were flying further north at 37,000 feet, the temperature should be colder, right? Or is it just that that's the temperature at altitude? Yeah, it should be, and I imagine at night time at 37,000 feet it's a lot colder as well. That would be logical. 600 to Heathrow, nice, that's like my total flight, I think. Okay, on our way to Vulpi finally. Once we hit Vulpi we can descend, so just before Vulpi I'm going to pull the speed right down to about 280, maybe a bit less. Oh, we're way past that, so it's going to be about, drop it to 240, give us a chance to descend properly. Can increase speed from there as we need to. Ground speed at 478, it's nice and fast, that's what we want. There's a lot of people typing into vPilot there, giving their instructions. That'll be me soon, broadcasting on Unicom. No, George, there's nothing. And most of Spain's pretty closed down, to be honest. The only airport in Spain, whole of Spain, that has cover is Palma. Lisbon's got cover as well in Portugal, but Gibraltar is very much offline. Quite a quiet day on the western side of Europe, mostly UK. Only a few airports on. In fact, 4 airports in the UK and then Jersey. Not very good. We need more controllers. We need more people who want to be controllers rather than pilots. But that ain't me. I'm going to be flying all this time. I think you need like 2 screens to do it, and it's not just a case of saying, yeah, I'll do that. You've got to do a few tests. It would help you understand procedures more, but I find it fun as a pilot. I don't know how people enjoy being a controller. In the sim anyway. I imagine real life would be awesome. Nice. So you're close now, not too far. 25 miles till descent, guys, we're nearly there. So we're counting this down. Once we hit Volpi, just before Volpi, we're going to speed right down. It's coming into 15. Let's start to pull that speed down now. Because it is coming in fast. 240 on there should do. going to do that and see how it goes. $2,200. Let's see if it maintains. Might have to put some air brakes on. This is where we're saying, ladies and gentlemen, we just started our descent now, so please be advised that the seat belt sign will be put on shortly. I hope you enjoyed our flight with us today. I'll speak to you again very briefly when we're on the ground in Gibraltar. Please do listen in to any cabin crew instructions. And now is your last chance to use the toilets if you do wish so. So yeah, as I said before, I hope you enjoyed your flight, and we'll catch you again soon. Good pilot voice or not? Did I nail it? Probably too clear, actually. I mean, whenever I've heard a pilot speaking to me on a plane, I can't hear what they're saying at all, unless the engines are off and they're saying brace. Okay, so we're starting our descent into Gibraltar now. Oh, we've got an aircraft passing in front of us. Okay, moving up. There he is. He's at 35. He's a good job we're descending. Yeah, loud breathing, that's the one, isn't it? So that aircraft in front of us is an A320. He's going to Mallorca. Where's he gone? Is he disconnected? He's disappeared anyway. That's a shame. Okay, we're on our way down though, 2,200 feet per minute vertically. Let's increase the speed a little bit. Cover a bit more ground as we go. Can we see? Yeah, we can just about see the coastline there now. So I'm guessing this area here is Gibraltar. It's going to be a good landing. Let's have a quick look at this. So this is this bit here. Perfect, it's going to take us right in. Be nice. I'm looking forward to it. Keep it on that. So basically I'm going to have to control the altitude. Nice one, George. You're getting there, mate. You're getting there. 1520 is an altitude. It's a weird altitude to have there, isn't it? 5 miles from Ripper. We're going to have to be real slow by that point. Probably looking at 160 knots. Maybe less. X-ray point there. Yellow flashing buoy. That's what we're lining up with. interesting. Oh, George, that's too long for me, those long hauls. What have you been doing other than watching the stream? You've been watching videos as you're flying, have you? Can't quite make out Gibraltar. I think that's Africa over there. North Africa. It's a gamer name I've had since I was a kid. You can probably guess why I chose it. Very childish, but I've just kept it. I've got two gamer names. This is my streamer one. Used to just be my Battlefield name. I think at the time, I've got one gamer name which is like my all-time favourite that I always chose, and then when I first started playing Battlefield many years ago, that one was taken, so I chose this one as a bit of a protest. Increase the speed a bit as we descend. .320 should do it. Got quite a nice controlled descent at the moment, so we can afford to get that speed up. Below 20,000 now, pretty soon we'll be getting those lights on. Seatbelt signs are going to come on now as well. I'm just going to put them on. Nice. GS Mark 1. What games do you play? I play a lot of Postscriptum. Sort of in and out with shooters at the moment. Main thing being IL2 that I play. The combat simulator. It's going to work out quite nice, I do believe. I'm we're going to have to start slowing down pretty quickly once we hit Pimos. Once we're at 10,000, we're going to be down to 250 anyway. In fact, we probably do, we're pulling that down bit by bit. Possible. Nice. Do you play roleplay on Grand Theft Auto 5, or do you just play online Grand Theft Auto 5? I did roleplay a little bit once. Can't remember the name of it. 5M, the mod for it. That was interesting. $13,000 below. Yeah, that's why I played 5M. It was good little thing. Like, it was like basically not Grand Theft Auto. It's just roleplay like life. It's interesting. People are like cops in it and stuff. It's funny. There's a streamer called Soup. And I watch him a lot because he just trolls on there, and he trolls all the admins and the players. And it's actually quite funny because I mean, just like that guy getting serious and calling me a prick before at Manchester. There's like people like that who take it really serious. Okay, coming up to 10,000, we're going to get the lights on, landing lights, and the seatbelt sign's already on. We're going to slow right down as well. Nah, he's just called Soup. I don't know if his name's Dallas. See, I've miscalculated here because I'm now struggling to slow down. It's coming. Oh, he does play Rainbow Six. Yeah, it probably is the same guy. Did you say he played... So he plays with a guy called Nasty. Did you say he played Nasty? I don't think he's a very nice person, to be honest. But it is funny when he plays Grand Theft Auto. McNasty, yeah. It is him. Yeah, he plays it. So McNasty plays Grand Theft Auto with him as well. It is funny. Although it's trolling, it is funny what he does. I'll give him that. Okay, so we're now onto our pressure. Coming down to 3,000 just in time for PIMOS. And then we'll be descending down to 1520 from RIPRA. Once we get our speed down. Gibraltar should be just on our right hand side, out there in the cloud. There's the rock. $15.20, that's a weird altitude, isn't it? Weird. Okay, next waypoint I'll look to slow down to 220. Gibraltar traffic, Tomjet 64 Romeo Mike, now turning via PIMOS to start arrival to runway 09, Gibraltar traffic. I'll get down to 2,000 for RIPRA. Figures for you to go, about 8 minutes it says. Probably be about right. So in 1 minute we'll be down to 2,000 feet per minute. Should be about right. Wind is 20 knots at the moment. That's going to be changing as we come round. Bit of cloud here.
2,500.
Let's get the speed down, 220 knots. Thanks for the sub, Sergio, appreciate it, buddy. Get down to 200. I almost forgot we needed to slow down. And then alarm for 1520. Really weird one. We'll go 1500. Flaps. 1 set. Gibraltar's in the cloud. Flaps 2, let's bring the speed down. Gibraltar traffic, Tomjet 64 Romeo Mike. Downwind now, runway 09, Gibraltar traffic. Two flap settings to go. Very cloudy. That's what we like. A difficult approach. It's the way we want it. Keep it like this for now. Ripper, we're going to descend to 1500, and then we're basically going to be descending nice and slowly for our approach into Gibraltar. Nice, George, you're nearly there, mate, you're nearly there. Oh, look at that, clouds opening up for us. Unbutt, I'm going to set the speed to 170. I'm going to look to slow right down. In fact, I'll start doing that now, because we're going to be descending very soon. To 1500. Oh, I am. I've got my heart's actually pounding for this one. Last time I flew Gibraltar, it was terrible. Nearly crashed. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'm better being on this side of the aircraft for it, to be honest. No, we'll just do it like that. Nice little visual. Still at flaps 2. It's Ripper to descend. Let's get the heading in for go around 090 to be ready. Yeah, I'd imagine it would be. You're probably in cloud, mate, as well. Okay, here it comes then. Let's get this down. 500 feet a minute. So in 1 minute we'll be at 1500. Was that right? No, we'll make it a bit quicker. 800 feet a minute. Bring that speed down as well. Use the turn. Drop us down to 160. Flaps 3. There's Gibraltar, and we'll go gear down. She is. Flaps full. Okay, we're a little offline here of where we actually should be, so I'm going to go to heading mode. Because we've got to be away from the harbour, which we're now supposedly flying over. Do a hard right here. That should put us right. Okay, I can see the runway. It's going to be a difficult one though. Let's get the speed down. Spoilers armed, cabin check. 140 landing speed, that's what we want. Flaps are full, gear are down. Cabin is seats for landing. Okay, 1500 correct. Autopilot off. This is where it all goes wrong. So we should be a little bit further over to the right, but we're going with this. It is what it is. There should be a buoy I can see as well, but there's no buoys here on this scenery. This is all manual flight now into Gibraltar. So this is where it normally catches you out, and it's where it caught me out last time as well, so I was descending too fast. I need to watch that.
Above.
And also, if you catch the wind wrong, you just get blown out over the island there.
Minimum.
We're at minimums. That's probably about right, actually. There we go, lined up nicely. Need to get down a bit lower though. Puppies are showing too high, and I definitely feel too high. There we go, they're right though, they're right, there we go. So we've got one red, that's okay. Still too high, we're lined up. Wind's nice and calm. Headwind exact. Lined up now.
500.
Keeping those puppies nice. Okay, we're a little too low. Just pull the nose up a bit. Stay high.
300.
Here it comes. Two whites coming in.
200.
It's not going to be smooth. I'm calling it.
100.
Says we're too low, but I definitely don't feel like we are.
50. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Okay. Welcome to Gibraltar, everyone. Whew. Nice. I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. That is a beautiful approach. I love it. I'm so glad I got it right. Gibraltar traffic. Tomjet 64 Romeo Mike backtrack runway 27 for taxi to terminal Gibraltar traffic. Welcome to Gibraltar. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen now is I'm going to taxi to the terminal, which is just a nothingness. APU's going on. So that is going to be it for the stream. I hope you did enjoy this stream, guys. If you did so and you've not done so already, please do follow or hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And I will catch you guys again soon. We're going to taxi now to the terminal and then the stream will end. Thanks for watching. And George, thank you very much for the chat as usual, buddy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here in the stream. Thank you very much. Okay, now I need to just look at where's going to be good for me to park. I'm going to park there right at the front. The only aircraft there, so yeah, we'll take this. Glad to hear it, George, mate. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, buddy. Right, we're gonna go. Yeah, no worries, mate. It always makes a difference when you got someone to chat to. We're gonna go to the one with people there waiting, because that seems to make sense. The cargo guys are ready for us. Cheers, Jimmy. Thanks a lot, mate. Oh, there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.